Most people know Washington, D.C. as the capital of the United States of America, but what they don't know is that a black man partly designed this city. Benjamin Banneker, a self-taught genius born in 1731, stands as a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. His life and achievements serve as a shining example of resilience and brilliance in an era when the chains of slavery often suppressed such qualities. He was a free black man in a nation deeply entrenched in the horrors of slavery. The juxtaposition of his freedom against the backdrop of widespread enslavement highlights the extraordinary nature of his accomplishments. This stark contrast defined his life and work, making his achievements all the more remarkable. Living in a society that systematically oppressed people of his race, Banneker's success was not just personal but also a symbol of defiance against the status quo. Banneker's story is one of intellectual curiosity and perseverance, a beacon of hope in an era marked by racial prejudice and oppression. His relentless pursuit of knowledge and his contributions to science and literature were acts of resistance in themselves. Born free in Baltimore County, Maryland, Banneker's family background provided a stable foundation for his intellectual pursuits. His family's status as free people of color was a rarity and afforded him opportunities that were denied to many others. His grandmother, an English woman, taught him to read and write. This early education was a critical factor in his development, opening doors to a world of knowledge that he eagerly explored. This early education, a privilege denied to most African Americans at the time, ignited a passion for knowledge that would shape his life. Banneker's thirst for learning was insatiable, and he continued to educate himself throughout his life. Banneker's status as a free man in a slaveholding society presented a unique set of challenges. He had to navigate a world where his freedom was an anomaly, and his achievements were often met with skepticism or outright hostility. He navigated a world where his freedom was an anomaly, constantly facing the limitations imposed by a system built on racial hierarchy. Despite these obstacles, Banneker remained steadfast in his pursuit of knowledge and justice, yet he refused to be defined by these limitations. Instead, he used his freedom to pursue knowledge and challenge the very foundations of the society he lived in. His work in astronomy, mathematics, and agriculture was groundbreaking and challenged the prevailing notions of racial inferiority. Instead, he used his freedom to pursue knowledge and challenge the very foundations of the society he lived in. Banneker's almanacs and his correspondence with Thomas Jefferson are testaments to his intellectual prowess and his commitment to advocating for the rights of African Americans. Banneker's story is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human mind can flourish. His achievements in science and literature were not just personal triumphs, but also powerful statements against the injustices of his time. His life serves as an inspiration, demonstrating that brilliance knows no race or social standing. Banneker's legacy is a testament to the fact that intellectual and creative potential can thrive even in the most oppressive circumstances. His legacy continues to inspire generations to fight for equality and strive for excellence, proving that the pursuit of knowledge can be a powerful tool for social change. Banneker's life and work remind us that the quest for knowledge and justice is a timeless endeavor, one that transcends the boundaries of race and time. Born to a free woman and a former slave who had purchased his freedom, Benjamin Banneker entered a world sharply divided along racial lines. Despite the relative freedom his family enjoyed, the prevailing social order relegated black people, free or enslaved, to the margins of society. Educational opportunities for African Americans were virtually non-existent. The societal norms of the time dictated that black individuals, regardless of their status, had limited access to formal education and were often denied the basic rights afforded to their white counterparts. Banneker, however, was fortunate. His grandmother, Molly Welsh, played a pivotal role in his early development. A former indentured servant from England, she established a school for black and white children, an unusual practice in those times. It was here that Banneker received his formal education, learning to read, write, and perform basic arithmetic. This early exposure to learning ignited a spark in young Benjamin. He devoured every book he could lay his hands on, displaying a thirst for knowledge that belied his circumstances. His inquisitive mind roamed freely, unrestricted by the limitations imposed by the color of his skin. He studied the natural world, fascinated by the movements of the stars and the intricacies of mathematics. His grandmother's teachings and the books he read laid a strong foundation for his intellectual pursuits. By his early 20s, Banneker had established himself as a skilled farmer and landowner. Yet, his intellectual curiosity continued to burn brightly. He sought out knowledge relentlessly, teaching himself astronomy from borrowed books and instruments. It was during this period that the seeds of his future accomplishments were sown. His dedication to learning and his passion for understanding the world around him would eventually lead to significant contributions in the fields of astronomy and mathematics. Banneker's story is a testament to the power of education and the impact of a nurturing environment. Despite the societal constraints of his time, he rose above the limitations imposed on him and pursued his intellectual passions with unwavering determination. His legacy serves as an inspiration, reminding us that with the right support and a relentless pursuit of knowledge, one can overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Banneker's early life and education were the bedrock upon which he built his future achievements. His story is a powerful example of how education can transform lives and break down barriers. As we delve deeper into his life, we will see how these early experiences shaped him into the remarkable figure he became. Stay with us as we explore the incredible journey of Benjamin Banneker, a man whose thirst for knowledge knew no bounds. His story is not just a chapter in history, but a beacon of hope and perseverance for future generations. It was during this period that the seeds of his future accomplishments were sown. At the age of 22, an event occurred that would solidify Banneker's path as a self-taught scholar. He encountered a pocket watch, an intricate piece of technology that captivated his imagination. Intrigued by its mechanics, Banneker meticulously studied its workings, eventually teaching himself the art of clockmaking. With remarkable skill and precision, he constructed a clock entirely out of wood. This clock, completed in 1753, was not merely a functional timepiece. It was a testament to Banneker's ingenuity and his mastery of complex mechanical principles. The clock, keeping accurate time for decades, became a local marvel, solidifying his reputation as a man of exceptional intellect. Banneker's fascination with timekeeping naturally extended to the celestial bodies that governed it. He delved deeper into the study of astronomy, using borrowed books and instruments to chart the movements of the stars and planets. His nights were spent beneath the open sky, meticulously recording his observations and calculations. His dedication to astronomical study culminated in a remarkable achievement. In 1789, Banneker accurately predicted a solar eclipse, challenging the prevailing scientific notions of the time. This feat, accomplished with limited resources and against the backdrop of racial prejudice, cemented his place as a pioneering figure in the history of American science. Word of Banneker's intellectual prowess spread, eventually reaching the ears of Andrew Ellicott, a renowned surveyor tasked with a momentous project surveying the territory designated for the newly established capital of the United States, Washington, D.C. Recognizing Banneker's talent, Ellicott invited him to join the surveying team in 1791. This appointment was a significant accomplishment for Banneker. It placed him at the heart of a major national project, working alongside some of the most respected surveyors of the time. His inclusion on the team, however, was met with resistance. Some members, uncomfortable with the idea of working alongside a black man, expressed their disapproval. Undeterred by the prejudice he faced, Banneker threw himself into the project. He applied his mathematical skills and astronomical knowledge to the task, contributing significantly to the survey's accuracy and success. His work involved demanding calculations, astronomical observations, and meticulous mapping of the terrain. Banneker's contributions to the mapping of Washington, D.C. stand as a testament to his brilliance and perseverance. He overcame racial prejudice and societal barriers to leave an indelible mark on the physical landscape of the nation. His work on this project solidified his place as a significant figure in American history. In 1792, Banneker embarked on a new endeavor that would further amplify his voice and influence. This was a time when printed materials were one of the few ways to disseminate knowledge and ideas widely. He published the first edition of his Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia Almanac, an annual publication that combined astronomical data, weather predictions, and literary excerpts. These almanacs were not just collections of data. They were carefully curated works that reflected Banneker's intellect and his deep understanding of the world around him. The almanac proved to be a resounding success, earning Banneker widespread recognition and respect. It was a testament to his meticulous work and his ability to communicate complex information in an accessible manner. His almanacs were more than just practical guides for farmers and navigators. They were essential tools that helped people plan their agricultural activities and navigate the seas, but they also served a higher purpose. They were platforms for Banneker to express his views on a range of issues, from the importance of education to the evils of slavery. Through his writings, he sought to enlighten his readers and provoke thought on critical social issues. He used his writing to challenge racial prejudice, advocating for the intellectual equality of all people. Banneker's almanacs were a bold statement against the prevailing notions of racial inferiority and a call for justice and equality. In 1791, at the height of his work on the Washington, D.C. survey, Banneker took a bold step. He decided to address one of the most influential figures of his time directly. He penned a letter to Thomas Jefferson, then Secretary of State and the primary author of the Declaration of Independence. This was a daring move considering the social and political climate of the time. The letter was both a respectful challenge and a powerful indictment of the hypocrisy upon which the nation was founded. Banneker eloquently pointed out the contradictions between the ideals of freedom and the reality of slavery. In his letter, Banneker included a copy of his almanac showcasing his intellectual abilities. He wanted Jefferson to see firsthand the capabilities of a black man, challenging the deeply ingrained prejudices of the era. He appealed to Jefferson's conscience, reminding him of the inherent contradiction between the Declaration's proclamation of equality and the brutal reality of slavery. Banneker's words were a call to action, urging Jefferson to live up to the principles he had helped to enshrine. He urged Jefferson to use his influence to champion the cause of abolition and to create a more just and equitable society. Banneker's letter remains a powerful testament to his courage and his unwavering commitment to justice. This is one such Black history theme you will never find in today's school history books. For more inspiring historical and awareness stories like this, please like, share, and subscribe.